Hey, my elevators. This is Elle Beecham, owner, founder, and creator of the Elevate Movement, which is a naturopathic approach to mental health and healing. Oh my God, like I sound so much better. Like my voice is almost 100%. But today, I did a vendor show, and the vendor show was in Fort Worth. And when I tell you, I don't want to sound so negative, but it was just a group of 20 to probably 28-year-olds. They were entrepreneurs. They were selling like hoodies, with words and graphics and slogans and sayings and stuff I couldn't understand. I couldn't read it. I didn't know what it was. I had never heard of it. I couldn't hardly make it out. But these people were, it was a guy in there who was selling like shoes that he created. They looked like the Jordan 1s, but he had his name and initials and all of this stuff on it. It was clothes with graffiti and just all kind of stuff, So of course, here it is. I'm coming in dressing how I'm dressing. I got on a tutu and, a leather jacket and some sneakers. I'm looking how I'm looking, and I'm like, I don't know if I fit in here, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So I'm glad I did. I'm glad I stayed. It was from 12 to 7, so I stayed until like 4:30. That's all I could take. I had heard enough rap music for the day. I smelled enough weed for the day. And if I'm honest, like I had just seen enough, guys sagging, girls. They were 20-year-olds. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But while I was there, I got to meet and talk to like some very interesting people. So I overheard a conversation of this young lady, and she was talking to two ladies that were standing, to my right. And in her conversation with them, she was like, I'm very tired of, continuing to give myself to people. And I don't know, if she was talking about a man or a woman or what, but she just kept saying, I'm so tired of giving myself to people. Like, I feel used up. I feel, like I need to go back and collect, some of my pieces that I've given people in my past. So when she, like I said, she was to my right. So then she moved to the left to my table. She started looking at my jewelry and my lapel pins. And, she said, hey, I just need something I need to feel good about myself. I need to clear my energy. I need, to kind of be calm and relax. And I said, okay, I got you. I said, here's some rose quartz and some strawberry quartz for self-love. I said, here's some selenite, to kind of cleanse your energy and your aura. I said, here's some black obsidian for anxiety. I said, that's the calmness that you speak about. So I was looking at her and I said, you also had, like a hormonal imbalance. I said, and you've been through a lot. I said, you're very guarded and you're not trusting of people. I said, I overheard the conversation that you were having with the young ladies. I said, but that's everything outside of you. I said, I'm only dealing with you. I said, so who you chose and who your partners were, who you chose, to give yourself to as far as, sexually and intimately, romantically. I don't want to talk about that. We need to deal with you first. And she was like, oh my God. And she was like, do you pick up on that? And I was like, yeah. I said, but not only do I pick up on that, I said, I feel that. I said, you give off, like stiff arm. You give off like, don't come close to me, near me type thing. I said, and that lets me know, that you've been through some things, in your life or whatever, where, you're very guarded, and you feel like you need to be proactive instead of reactive. I said, but that's a disservice to you because you don't get to learn the lesson that God has for you. Like, people come into your life for a lesson. They're supposed to show you. They're supposed to teach you about you so that you can either learn something from that experience to be better in the future, or really see yourself. You know, you get to see like where you've come from and how much you've grown. So she was like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. I said, so riddle me this. I said, you know, how's your diet? And she said, not very good. She said, I don't know, you know, if you can tell. She said, but I'm very small. I don't really eat much. And I said, why is that? She said, well, I just don't know what to eat. And I said, well, do you have an appetite? And she said, sometimes. I said, well, when you have an appetite, like what do you find yourself eating? And she said, well, fast food, you know, and things like that. And I said, is it out of convenience, or, you know, you don't know how to cook? Like, what's the reason, you know, for fast food? She said, out of convenience. I said, okay. I said, so you can cook? And she was like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, so take out your phone. I said, I'm going to give you my Instagram or whatever. I said, I want you to message me. Because I would like for us to stay in touch, and I will send you, you know, some recipes. I said, I'll check on you. I'll send you like some things that I feel like you should do to kind of take yourself apart and then kind of rebuild yourself. And then I told her, I was like, when I overheard, you know, the conversation or whatever that you were having, and you said you're tired of giving yourself to people and you feel used. See, a lot of times, men don't have that. Men can date this woman and that woman and have sex with her and then take her out, go and buy her something, go pay this one bill, text and flirt with this one. Men don't have a complex on the number of women that they have been with. They just don't. Women, on the other hand, we feel like we're used up. We feel less than if we go through relationship after relationship. But I'm here to tell you, honey bees, honey elevators, I'm here to tell you, don't feel like that, because you gotta kiss as many frogs as you need to in order to get to your prince. You won't know what you like. You won't know what you need, what's best for you, what works for you. You don't know that. It's only through experience that you get that. And you don't have to sleep with everybody, but you do need to get some miles under your belt. What I wanted at 20, I don't want at 40. You understand? So now that I'm at this age, I can look back and I'm grateful for the experiences that I had, because it now showed me what I need to do to go through the storm with somebody, how you go through the storm with somebody, how to kiss and make up, what that looks like, what a good date night looks like, what a simple date night. But I had to go through all of that. So I also told her that you can't blame anybody for how much pussy you've been handing out. And I don't even know if you need to blame anybody, because I'm not a person that believes that I need to deny myself, my body, of something that I want. Now, a lot of people disagree with that, but I'm a huge person on experience, and I'm a huge person on pleasing myself, honoring the feelings that I have. If it's something that I want, I give it to myself. If it's by way of me or by way of somebody else, I honor my feelings. It's mine. I feel this way. So I was telling her, you know, how to revamp that whole thinking. You're not used up. No matter how many people you slept with, you needed those experiences for some reason. But if I were you, I would go back and look at those experiences and ask myself, like, can I learn something from it? Did I learn something from it? What did this person teach me that I took into my next relationship? How did this make me a better person? See, we can always look at life, relationships, and love from a glass half empty. I choose to look at everything from a glass half full. I got a benefit from it. I learned something from it. It made me a better person. It made me more aware. It made me more appreciative of my body. It made me value me. It made me be selective on who I allow in my space. I get to determine what love and relationship looks like for me because of all of those experiences that I had. Now, true enough, I don't have to sleep with them all, and I don't have to be seen in public with them all, and no, I don't have to call all of them my girlfriend or boyfriend. It was something that I was doing. It was an experience. We went out on a date. What's the big deal? It's not a big deal. I was telling her it's about perception. But the moment that she recognizes that she needs to change, and her energy shifts, her aura shifts, her perception on life shifts, that's when she get different people into her life. I'm going to tell you something about me. People don't come into my life that's going to use me. People don't come into my life that's going to abuse me. I don't have BS people in my life. They know what time it is. Like, the energy you put out about you, people show up that way in your life. So if I feel good about me and I'm loving on me and I got high expectations for myself, the people that come into my life, they assume the position. And that's what I was telling her. When you start to feel good about you, who you are, when you look in the mirror, that person that gets dressed every day, that shows up to work, that is a friend, is a daughter, is a sister, is a mother. When you get to feel good about all those roles and hats and people that you are every single day, what the universe yields to you will be a reflection of that. So she was like, I never looked at it like that. I'm just thinking that all my friends are in relationship. I said, that's the first thing you're doing wrong. Stop looking at your homegirls thinking that that's what you want. You don't know what they doing at night. You don't know what they going through. I know so many people in dead end ass marriages, and I don't want no parts of it. None. I know people in marriages that cheat all the time. Ooh, I was about to curse. I know people in marriages that cheat all the time because you didn't marry who you wanted. You didn't grow with them. So I was trying to give her a different perception of herself because she was very, she was so quick to put the blame on everybody else, right? To point the finger. And she didn't want to sit in the hot seat. But the way I gave it to her was when she starts to feel better about herself and when she starts to love and appreciate who she is and her experiences, all of that stuff will shift in her life. So, listen, you can give out as much cooch as you want. You can give out as much cock as you want. That has no value on who you are. But it's a part of your life. It's a part of your path. It's a part of your journey. You do have a choice. You don't have to choose that. But if you choose that, your value and that does not go together. And I hate when people be like, she a hoe, but men can go out and do it all day long. Well, I'm just not that girl. What's good for the goose, let it be good for the gander. Okay. But yeah, like, we got to stop doing that. Stop putting people in boxes. Stop, putting labels on shit. Like, everybody out here trying to get it. Everybody out here trying to make it. So stop telling, people these negative things. And you guys, stop having a negative narrative about yourselves. This negative self-talk. Like, we got to watch how we talk to ourselves. We have to uplift us. We got to be our number one cheerleader, So men, they don't carry the baggage that, we carry when it's about, relationships and how many sex partners we've had and, what all we've done. Men don't give a hoot about that. When they want you, they want you. So hopefully, she'll reach out to me or whatever. And we will stay in touch because she was, young. But I could tell that she had some hormonal issues with, hair growth, hyperpigmentation in her face. So that, lets me know that, diet needs to be corrected. Plus, maybe a hormonal imbalance. And some other things. But, first I want to attack like the mindset and then, kind of go into some child trauma, relationship trauma, that she could have or still be experiencing or whatever. But more importantly, I wanted her to know that who she's been intimate with and her sex partners does not dictate the type of person that she is. Like, they don't go together. We got to learn how to stop grouping all of this stuff together and separate it. So I hope this, helps somebody. Like, look, keep your sex life separate from your heart. Keep your sex life separate, from you as a person. Learn how to look at this stuff as experiences, and it has made you who you are. And if you keep making like the same mistake or whatever, like the universe is trying to get your attention and teach you something about these things. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. You might be a slow learner, but you're not a bad person. Like, you just haven't got it yet. Like the light ain't came on. You haven't ding, ding, ding. Like, you haven't got it yet. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. You just may not be paying attention. You may not be aware. You may not be alert. So let's learn how to separate that, guys. For real. Until my next video, though. I'm out.